So let's go way back in time. What, you mean like 40 years ago? I said way back in time. Oh, you mean like 80 years ago? Well, you're getting closer. But I'm talking about going way back in time, over 100 years ago in the 1920 World Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Brooklyn Robbins, and a left-handed pitcher from California who made a name for himself in that World Series and had a couple of names made up for him, a couple of nicknames, real cool ones. Let's go. John Walter Mayles, pitcher, nickname Duster, or Walter the Great, MLB debut, 1915. Walter pitched for 3 pennant-winning teams. He went to Christian Brothers High School in Sacramento, then on to St. Mary's College in Moraga, where he played baseball and basketball. At nearly 200 pounds, 6 foot tall, Walter Mayles was a pretty big guy. In August of 1920, in a minor league trade, he gets called up to the Cleveland Indians to help with their pitching, and boy does he ever. Duster goes 7-0 down the stretch in a tight race for the AL pennant with the Yankees and the White Sox. He was on his way to becoming a legend. Just days later in the 1920 World Series against the Brooklyn Robbins, he pitches 6 2/3 innings of relief in Game 3, allowing no runs. When picked to start Game 6, he predicts a shutout and goes around saying that. Duster said, "Brooklyn will be lucky to get a foul tip off me today, and if the boys get me a run, we will win." He pitched a 1-0 complete game shutout victory, just like he said he would. The Robins had given up on Walter earlier in his career. Now he gets his revenge and is a World Series champion. That's boss. Pitched in the minor leagues for 18 seasons with well over 200 victories, spanning 3 decades, some with the San Francisco Seals. After his playing days were over, Walter Mayles went to work with the Seals, where he was known as Walter the Great, head of Promotional Direction Department. Now, with the New York Giants relocating to the West Coast for the 1958 season, this meant the end of San Francisco Seals. They were one of the founding members of the Pacific Coast League, and from 1903 to 1957, they were part of the fabric that made up the city. Gone. But Duster was still around, and he was hired by the San Francisco Giants and put in charge of their Speakers Bureau. That's where the players or staff go around and talk to schools or events, different types of functions. The Giants still do this for free. I've read, and some say, for that month and a half in 1920, Walter Duster Mayles was one of the best pitchers ever to take the mound. I don't know. Maybe he was. What do I know? What I do know is if you're tapped to pitch a game in the World Series, and then you go around telling everybody that you guarantee a shutout, and then make it happen, that's either one of 2 things. Number 1, having extreme confidence in yourself, your skills, your abilities, and knowing full well at this moment in time that you have been playing on top of your game these past few weeks, and your pitching has never been better, and that you've got this overwhelming feeling that you just can't lose. It's either that or number 2, he was ballsy. Doesn't matter either way, because Walter the Great, Duster Mayles, delivered